chào quý giả trở lại với chương trình phỏng vấn đặc biệt với tôi là Tom Hoàng. Ngày hôm nay rất hân hạnh được mời ông Sheriff của Harris County, đó là ông Ron Hickman, và anh Don và anh David, hai người cảnh sát cũng cao cấp ở trong Harris County Sheriff's Department. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on.
You are the newly appointed Sheriff of Harris County.
As of a year ago, yes.
Please tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, Tom, I started with the Houston Police Department 45 years ago. Spent about a dozen years with the city and moved to Harris County with the Constable's Office in 1983, so about 33 years ago. And then about May of last year, I was appointed by Harris County Commissioner's Court to assume the role of the Harris County Sheriff, and I'm honored and privileged to do that and to be here today.
Many of our viewers are not really familiar with what exactly the Sheriff's Department does. To us, it's just law enforcement. Please tell us a little bit more about what your department or your office do.
Well, we like to think of ourselves as the largest big brother law enforcement agency of the county, and one of the things that is crucial for us is to be the glue that holds together the partnerships between a lot of the different law enforcement agencies. There are well over 100 different kinds of law enforcement agencies in our immediate area, so it's critical that we all be able to work together and to communicate. The prisoners from all of those agencies typically wind up at the Harris County Sheriff's Office, so it's important for us to be able to have dialogue with them, to cooperate with them, to coordinate our activities together.
Some of the things that you do is, one of the tasks that you in charge of is the Harris County Jail.
Yes, and the Harris County Sheriff's Office is about a $500 million business. A large portion, about 2/3 of that, goes into running the Harris County Jail. Our daily population of inmates is usually around 9,000 people. It's a pretty small city, if you will, and it has the typical problems, the people with mental health issues, medical health issues. Between mental health and medical health, the taxpayers of Harris County have to fund $62 million a year to take care of the health of the inmates inside the Harris County Jail.
Although just appointed recently to Harris County, you've been in law enforcement for quite a number of years, correct?
Yeah, 45 years in total.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've done in the past?
I've done everything from bomb squad and underwater search and recovery, a lot of technology work over the years. One of my early passions determined an interest in law enforcement technology. It seems to be one of the best ways that we can emphasize access for officers to do a better job in catching crooks. We all pinned on the badge to catch the bad guy. So the tools that we develop today make them better at doing that. The officers that wear the uniform every day, regardless of which agency, should have access to the most accurate and best information to help solve crime.
Although technology seems to be the word of the day, this was way back in the 80s when you started all this. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
when I first started, personal computers and laptop devices and PDAs and cell phones hadn't been invented yet. So I developed an interest basically on mainframe systems and how those applications and programs could help bring together information to allow us to identify a crime and trends that were happening. And the more technology has downsized and gotten smaller and faster, that should make us even better at what we do.
Thank you, sir. Anh Don, trong thời gian mà anh làm việc với lại ông Sheriff mới này, mà anh chia sẻ một tí kinh nghiệm của anh được không ạ?
Dạ được. Từ khi mà ông cảnh sát trưởng Hickman mà nhận chức vụ cảnh sát của quận hạt Harris á, thì ông thay đổi rất là nhiều để làm cho cái sở cảnh sát được hoạt động tốt hơn. Cái đầu tiên là ông mà mở lại cái trường huấn luyện cảnh sát mà đã bị đóng cửa rất là nhiều năm rồi. Thì ông tăng cường thêm cái điều kiện để mà tuyển chọn cảnh sát viên mới, và ông tăng cường cái sự huấn luyện cho những người cảnh sát viên mới luôn. Ông có một cái tạo ra một cái nhóm cảnh sát để đi ra ngoài kiếm những cái người mà vô gia cư để giúp người ta làm lại cái thẻ căn cước và cái chỗ ở cho người ta. Ông thành lập một cái văn phòng để mà chống lại những cái tội ác ở trên mạng, giống như là lừa gạt trên mạng hay là dụ dỗ trẻ em dưới tuổi vị thành niên. Ông cũng thành lập một cái trung tâm nó gọi là Real Crime Center để mà cung cấp tin tức cho những người cảnh sát viên đang đi làm ở bên ngoài đó, những cái tội ác đang xảy ra, để cho những người cảnh sát viên người ta có phòng bị được những cái tội ác đó.
Sheriff, Don just talked a little bit about some of the programs that you implemented. in a general philosophy of law enforcement, can you share with us about some of what you feel is the future of Harris County?
Well, out of that, I picked up, you mentioned the Real-Time Crime Center, and that was one of the key components that I thought was essential that we finished. We've had that dialogue within the Harris County community for several years now, but we finally pulled together the components that made it a reality. Within the first 8 months, we're able to build a real-time crime center that pulls information from our systems and has access to hundreds and hundreds of cameras from around the area. So we have not only our cameras from within Harris County, we have the toll road system and other cameras. So as things happen, we're able to follow them. We're able to track information so that people in the field can use that technology to help them do a better job. So supervisors in the field can manage incidents, whether we're following a robbery or a situation that's moving on the highway. We can feed them information about that incident and the people that are involved to help them control and contain and bring it to resolution faster.
Anh David, hình như là ông Sheriff mới nói về một trong những cái dụng cụ mà mình dùng có thể gọi là TransStar phải không ạ? Là có những cái camera đó phải không anh?
Có anh, mình dùng cái TransStar camera and there's other stuff mình cái Sheriff Department mình dùng to help the patrolmen out on the street to get real-time information. Let's say người ta tới cái call for domestic violence where the suspect cái thằng ăn hiếp ai đó chạy đi đó, we can get minimum information from the victim itself to the crime center, and they monitor the radio traffic too with Sheriff Hickman's knowledge and experience and help improving this. They can get that information, send the actual suspect cái thằng ăn hiếp đó, his picture, all his information, his DL, the car he's driving, the make, the model, everything that the patrolman, when they get there, they can say, oh, hold on, oh, there he is, he's leaving. We're going to go after him, mình chạy theo nó.
Cái đường lối mà của ông Ron Hickman đi đó, anh thấy là tốt cho cộng đồng mình không?
Yeah, anh, it's very good, you know, since Sheriff Hickman took over about a year ago. The morale was very low for a lot of deputies and rank, where a lot of people felt like there was no future anymore. Since Sheriff Hickman stepped in, the morale, it's like it jumped 100%. Everybody's happy to work, everybody's willing to work, doing a way better job than prior to Sheriff Hickman coming in.
Sheriff Hickman, you probably caught some of that about the morale. It's tough when you're fighting crime and half the time you're not successful because there's so much crime. Can you share with us your philosophy?
Well, and these guys do a very tough job. As much as their heart has a passion for catching the bad guys, it's very difficult when you can't do it every time and you leave victims who are underserved or can't find resolution, and it's tough to walk away from that. So part of my responsibility is to help provide direction for the department and support what they do. Most of the men and women who wear a badge would do so willingly, and if you can provide them the basic needs so that people understand that you know where they live in the job that they do, and you understand and appreciate the effort they put forth and support them in doing it, most of them will be much happier at doing it. Now, all of us have different leadership styles. The guy before me had a different leadership style. The guy before him had a different leadership style. So in my 45 years, I've studied leadership, taken a lot of classes on leadership. And a good leader has the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the men and women under him by providing true leadership, providing them support, providing them equipment, assisting them and helping them get their jobs done easier and better. And I think that does affect your morale in the long run. And so far we've had some success, and I'm very proud of that opportunity, and very proud that they've accepted me into their family of law enforcement. So as we move forward, really focusing on that leadership, then I think that we'll move the department into a better place as a result.
It has been a number of years since we've had access to Sheriff's Department, and I'm glad you're here. What has changed?
Well, one of my philosophies is that we have to have conduits into a very diverse community. As we mentioned earlier in our conversation, we have a very diverse population in Harris County, a substantial Asian community, and in particular a substantial Vietnamese community. So the more ways that we can find conduits into them, radio programs, television programs, town hall meetings, a variety of ways that we can have dialogue so that we can make sure the community knows that we have people who speak their language, who understand their culture, who encourage them to report crime to us, to encourage their children to join the police agencies and become law enforcement officers, to represent the diversity that we need in the community so we can properly serve them.
Thank you. Anh Đạt, trong thời gian mà anh làm với lại dưới thầy ông Ron Hickman này, anh chia sẻ tí được không?
Dạ được. Dạ, từ ngày mà ông Hickman là nhận chức cảnh sát trưởng của quận hạt Harris đó, thì ông thay đổi rất là nhiều. Thì thấy cái tinh thần làm việc của những người cảnh sát viên thì rất là hăng hái và người ta phấn khởi làm việc vì ta muốn làm việc cho ổng. Một cái điều quan trọng của ông cảnh sát trưởng Hickman đó là ông muốn làm việc với lại cộng đồng Việt Nam. Cũng giống như là mấy năm về trước rồi tụi em có làm với đài Sài Gòn radio đã đi tới cái bão, lúc là cái bão Katrina, và tụi em ra ngoài Galveston để giúp những cái người mà đánh cá để không có vào cái bãi biển đó, tại vì nó rất là nguy hiểm. Thì lần này thì một thời gian là không được làm việc với đài Sài Gòn, thì bây giờ khi mà ông Hickman nhậm chức, ông cho phép em với là anh Hoàng được làm việc với lại đài Sài Gòn radio cũng như là TV để mà thông báo những cái tin tức cần thiết cũng như là trả lời những cái câu hỏi của cộng đồng Việt Nam.
Thì từ đây bây giờ là mỗi tuần bên Sheriff's Department sẽ có một chương trình trên đài radio và một chương trình trên đài TV luôn, phải không ạ?
Dạ đúng rồi, TV và radio.
Anh David Hoàng, mời anh chia sẻ một tí kinh nghiệm của anh với ông Ron Hickman.
Yeah, when ông Sheriff Hickman qua Sheriff Department đó, cần ông mua một năm rồi đó. Prior to Sheriff Hickman tới đó là the other sheriff closed down our police academy, and and that right there was, the morale was really low because we took pride in the sheriff's office and our badge. And when Sheriff Hickman came in and found out that the academy was closed, he reopened it, and that right there brought off our morale. Now that we have our academy running again, we now know that the people graduating our academy is educated really high in law and how to enforce law and how to communicate with the community, from what Sheriff Hickman, really want the police academy to come back.
Cảm ơn anh.
Yeah, come on.
Sheriff Hickman, each of these deputies share their experience with working under your leadership. Would you share with us your philosophy and your message to our viewers as it relates to Vietnamese viewers and Vietnamese citizens of Harris County?
Well, Tom, first let me thank you for the opportunity to come and talk to your audience today, and thanks to these two guys for sharing their experiences. I've been in law enforcement my entire adult life. It is one of the rare occupations where you get an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of people in the community almost every day. And we have a responsibility that comes with wearing that badge, and that is to represent all segments of the community. And we want to make sure we use this opportunity to talk to your audience and let them know specifically that we're here for them, to provide service for the community. And our ability to do that is rooted firmly in our ability to communicate with them, both through the TV shows, the radio stations, and our own deputies. So I want to make sure they understand that we want to be here to answer their concerns, to talk to them about issues, to talk to them about crime in their neighborhood, to talk to them about their own children, to be able to make sure that we have a dialogue with them. And in order to do that, we have to be able to communicate with them through these means and through our deputies. So we want to make sure they understand we're here to represent their needs and to be here to serve them when they need us.
Thank you, sir. Cảm ơn anh David, cảm ơn anh Don, và cảm ơn tất cả quý khán giả theo dõi chương trình ngày hôm nay, và hẹn gặp trong những chương trình tới.